How many grams of sodium iodide must decompose in order to form 500 grams of elemental iodine? And the answer is E, 591 grams NaI. Now this question does not give us the chemical equation, but we do have enough information to work it out. We know that we're starting with sodium iodide, and if you don't know the chemical formula for that, we're given it right here. It's NaI. So the NaI is decomposing, which means it's splitting apart, and one of the products is iodine. Elemental iodine is I2. It's one of those molecular elements. And so the other product must be the sodium. So the chemical equation is that the sodium iodide breaks it down into sodium metal and elemental iodine. Here's the balanced chemical equation. It would take 2 moles of NaI to decompose into 2 moles of Na and 1 mole of I2, that molecular elemental iodine. Now, since we're forming 500 grams of I2 and we're being asked how many grams of sodium iodide must decompose, we're going to need the molar masses of all of the substances. So the molar mass of the I2, if you look up iodine on the periodic table, 127, so 2 times that number would give us 254 grams per mole. Now 500 grams is approximately twice this number, so it's almost 2 times that number. 2 moles of I2 would be 2 times this, or 508 grams. So we're forming almost 2 moles of elemental iodine. And looking at the coefficients, it's a 1:2 ratio from the balanced chemical equation. That means we must start with almost 4 moles of NaI. So what would that weigh? Well, NaI, if you look up sodium, which is 23, and iodine is 127, then adding these together, you get 150. So 4 moles of NaI would be 4 times this amount, and that would be about 600. So we need to start with about 600 grams. And only one of these answers is close to 600 grams. So it has to be E, without even doing the calculation. If you'd like to do the calculation, then you can do that. So starting with 500 grams of the I2, convert that to moles, convert moles of I2 to moles of NaI, and then moles of NaI to grams, and you would calculate 590.6 grams. But you can reason that the answer must be E without the calculation.